Sentimental video for the 8th of April 2021 for the QuasiDB service. Start with gold. MR1 has been tested and it's actually overcome MR1, which is of interest, 1752.4. The SLC above is at 1756. 1756. And the reason for this going up, potentially, there are lots of arguments for the rally, but one of the arguments could be the sentimental shift on the dynamic. So this is the time, and so this is them guys going long. This action here, and that brings price down. And when they sold it here, we see how aggressively it surged. And what's happened is that they sold it, but they've held on. They've not only held on, but they've been adding short. Every time it dips, that's them adding short. So that's that other, this is that dip there. So you see how it corresponds? If it continues, we'll continue to come up for the reason for it to take the stops. It is close to 50-50, and the signal's buy. It's very strong on the moving average trend, and the stochastic oscillators are incredibly bullish. So do keep an eye on your sentiment for anything, and it does apply to gold quite strongly, as you can see. So that's that action there. They went long, and then they shorted it here. So it's very counter trend, the retail guys on gold on that move. S&P for 40.75, that's your level of interest, and there isn't anything above, as you'd know. So there's nothing we can really project towards. So yeah, keep an eye on 40.75. AJ 84.14, 83.24. Buy, sell, so mismatch. AU one above 77, I think. Yeah, 77. This one is very large. 75.94. Mixed weight buy. They're saying it's speeding up, so the ATR is increasing, so potentially to the downside, because look at your monthly pivot. Okay, so technically it's a sell. EA one above 156.20, one below is very far away. 153.59. Wait, sell, so another mismatch. EU, there's your monthly pivot. One above 119.14, 118.55. Wait, buy, and that's them guys selling it. You might see my tweet, but that's that big move there. So that explains the move up, because they sold it in a big way, and then they sold it again quite heavily. So there's that two legs. That's how it's done, like a wave. There we go. So we come up. So what they do now, we don't know, but it looks like they're going to continue to short it. If they do, it will come up and get the SLC above. But we have to remember to look at the S&P as well, because obviously the dollar's the safe haven, so euro is a risky asset. GU. I put out on the technical channel lots of analysis about this, so you could have followed it. You would have made some nice pips yesterday. I allowed it to run, and it came and hit my break even, so it was quite frustrating. But yeah, it's should be pretty good, because that, and also check your moving average trend too. That's all ducks in a row, and there's your monthly pivot. So that's one of the reasons why I put out the trade recommendation to sell. So those are monthly pivots. So you sell the rips. One above 138, 137, pretty much, yeah, 137. So that's a bit spooky. And you. One above 70.70 and 69.90. Buy, wait, euro yen. So yeah, I mean, a lot of the yen pairs did get crushed, so it could be just like a retracement. The last 2 months was just really quite mental how fast things came. Yen got so crushed the last 2 months, so it could be like just a retracement, technical retracement. You do want to keep an eye on your monthly pivot at 129.57, SSC above 130.80, and below 120.50, 129.50. And so we see how we're 70 pips away. And if we get the SSC, we'll break monthly pivot. So could be a good short, but it probably should get that, and it might bounce. So do be careful. Pound yen, like I was saying about the euro yen, one above 150.29, one below, got probed 149.96. Yeah, it's just a healthy retracement because we just rallied like crazy. To the daily. Yeah, so this is just ludicrous. So it needs to give up a little bit, just a little bit of gains, because it's very one-sided, and FX isn't never really one-sided. It should be more cyclical than that. 1 hour dollar yen, and likewise the yen strength, 109.95 and 108.95. So 100 pips difference. Buy, wait. So do note there hasn't been anything that's actually aligning. Okay, dollar CAD, wait, sell, and 12644 and 12575. This is one of our signals. We made 57 pips profit this week, so I'm happy. Ideally, I'd want it a lot more, but we had a very frustrating Monday with the USD. It did a big turnaround, so we did well considering the circumstances. So yeah, monthly pivots here, don't forget 12555. So that's the level of interest. If you were short, that was your exit, and if you're long, then that could be your exit. So do keep an eye on your monthly pivot. Dollar Swiss, this was another one for us. It did very well for us, so that was cool. Sell and sell. So we've actually had a match. So it could be a good one. My target was 92.30, something like that, based on the pitchfork. So I think this was around about here. So we're not too far away from getting the target. It's based on Fibonacci. There's your monthly pivot, and like I say, it's a match. So yeah, so it could be a good short for you. Gold's taking the SLC, so that's a lot of people getting stopped out. And so yeah, that'll just wrap up now. Make it nice and quick. I won't waffle because I have a tendency to do that. So I'm going to keep it nice and short, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.